that note, now we're live. We're going live. I don't know when we're live. Now we're live? Are we live? There's always that delay at the start of any Zwift stream. Anyway, welcome one and all. Welcome one and all. So I have made a few, let's say, refinements to the stream. My monitor's just got up. Now we're back. Please, but not technical issues tonight. Come on. The races on offer on Zwift tonight are a little bit sort of slim picking. So yeah, I'm hoping this one works out well. So anyway, welcome one and all. Let's start again. That reminds me, where is my heart rate strap? Oh no. Why is it not on charge? This is going really well, isn't it? This is a great start to the stream. Normally my heart rate strap goes back on charge right there. And it ain't there. What to do? Right, okay. Very quick look around for it. I'm not going to stress because I've got another one over here somewhere. Although it's super annoying because the one on the chest, I don't like that when I'm Zwifting, but I think it's going to have to be the way we go. Oh, now I've got to find that. Oh no, you are kidding me. Why are things not where they are expected to be? Well, this is annoying. Sorry for those of you who have joined the stream and have nothing to watch so far. So it's not actually a technical issue, it's an organisational one by me. So, that's my stream. We are live, and this is one of the challenges of live broadcasting, I guess. So, lifting things up, looking for my stuff. So normally I remain very organised in my somewhat very small or reasonably sized shed because I need to be, because of course space is prime anyway, I need to stop talking to this stuff. I'm trying to entertain people, but can't even find my heart rate monitor. Where would it be? Retrace your steps, Michael. I streamed last night. Why would my heart rate monitor not be where I left it? Or where I thought I left it. Well, anyway. There's my towel. Well, this is a bit of a predicament, isn't it? It's not ideal warm-up for a race that's going to be very intense either. What to do? I've normally got a couple of heart rate monitors knocking around. Yesterday was Monday. I streamed Monday. The hell? Have the elves been into my shed, moving my stuff around? Well, this might put pave to this evening's stream. have to be the chest one. Put this on. I've got some lights. I should have. There is battery in this heart rate monitor. I used it last week. Alright, let's jump into the garage, hook up the heart rate monitor. We don't use your own garage, but pairing, heart rate strap. Alright, okay, so we've got 5 minutes to go. That's annoying, and I'm sure that it will show up at some point. In the meantime, this heart rate monitor will have to do, I guess. Well, it's looking for it. Right, something distracted Michael. Can't believe I didn't put it back on its charger. That is the first time it's ever happened. Okay, so this evening, Rhino racing. Lack of warm up, so that's a good start. Let's get the excuses in now. And we'll go from there. I made a few adjustments, a few refinements to the stream, as I was just saying, including changing the theme up above and down below, so I've gone for like a red theme now, just based on a bit of feedback. The pink looked a bit messy, and although I like it and it kind of matches the coalition bits and pieces, red is my favourite colour, so I'm fine with this. And I think it's a bit cleaner as well, isn't it? So making up some of the graphics, red and white, a bit better. Just seeing how tired I'm looking right now. Been in the office in London today. Sat at a desk. Why am I so disorganised? That's not like me. I know I normally make it out here sort of somewhat last minute. But that is part of the challenge of having 2 young kids and trying to get them to bed. And always being forced as well. They never want to go to bed. Fear of missing out. Right, anyway, need a haircut. So, 2:45 to go. In addition to the changes to the theme, there's one other change I've made, and that is the introduction of what I call cadence cam. So right down here now, got my feet. Change that theme there as well, and a little advert in the bottom left. So now when I'm sprinting and going hard, you're able to see how I'm doing. Rocking the Alpecin socks this evening. I'm just going to close my shed door actually, because otherwise I will make too much noise and I don't want to annoy the neighbours. I just had a thought. I'll be right back. I'm back. Oh, right. So, the thought I had was, I knew where my heart rate strap was, and it was in my messy drawer in my kitchen. I remember I got in the house last night after the stream, and it was still on my arm, so I thought, oh, I won't run it back out to the garden. I'll just leave it in the drawer. So let's take this one off. And put this one on. Oh, yeah, the forearm structure is a little bit better because not only is it more comfortable, but I don't like the idea of all the salt from my sweat getting into my heart rate strap that I use out on the road. So, right, 3 seconds to go. Here we go. Fans on. Oh, I'm so behind. Let's start. No headphones tonight. I'm really hoping that this heart rate monitor catches up. But I don't think my heart rate's at 88 right now, 87. Any minute now, it's going to jump up to 155. Otherwise, I'll be riding on fuel. There we go. There's the heart rate. Told you, 155. Okay, nice and steady. One lap down. Gonna be smart tonight. And sit in and just mark the moves. I said I'm going to sit in, but these guys are going quite soft. I think a lot of people have got the same idea and are very much pacing themselves. I thought this was going to go the other way and be cold for leather from the get-go. But I was wrong. Kind of pleased. Also worried that it will be hell for leather, but maybe too late from the end. Meaning it will be even more intense. So let's see. I should be ready. Hacking is going. I think. Yeah, he's going. Come on, Hunter. Blimey, new PR. Oh, my legs feel like concrete. Last night's race was a good one in terms of my own performance, but may have left myself a bit short tonight. Sherman's going again. Come on, Tamoya. Let me pull someone. 1-1. Ah. 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 Yes. Ah. Finally. Ah. It's been so long. So long since I've won one. It might only be Cat B, but a win's a win, and that's a legitimate win as well. You know, it's not that anybody else was spat and I went solo. Oh, I played that right. Yes. Ah, oh, that feels good. So, 19 minutes 15. Oh, that is a nice feeling. Oh. It's going to take me a minute to get my breath back, but once I do, whew, considering how poorly organised and how messed up I was right up until 90 or even 60 seconds of that race, that was something. Now, I'll have to go back and look at Zwift power. In fact, I'll do that in just a minute to see exactly when my last win was. But I am so pleased with that. I've just realised I only had 2 out of my 3 fans going. Full race breakdown in 30 seconds. Oh my gosh. I mean, drop a comment. Let me know what you think went well, what didn't go well, what I could have done better. Got the results, that's the important thing, but I think that's got to be my best 20-minute power for a while. Right, okay, 10 seconds. So, oh yes. So let's see how we did. Well, we know how we did. Got the win. But let's look at the truest leaderboard of them all. Not the Zwift leaderboard, but the Zwift power leaderboard. Because that is where the truth shows. Right, here we go. It's not come up yet. Typical. Oof. If there was a rider that's dropped and then is cruising through to the finish, then the the race isn't going to come up yet. Let's look at activities. No, still not up yet. I think it shows on does it not show just in the yeah, here we go. Rhino racing short crits. 7 laps around. Here we go. 19:15, so 1 second ahead of Nathan Hacken, who a little bit heavier than me, somewhat older than me. So well done for just being a second behind. He did go pretty early, and I'm going to say it right now, that was a mistake. And as I always say, and if you've watched any of my videos, you've heard me say it before, it's not always the strongest riders that win. Often it's the smartest riders. Today, I'm going to just say it. That was me. So, Downtown Dolphin, 7 laps. that 14 something kilometers. Happy with that. Let's have a look at my own performance once those data points pull through. They're not there yet, but when they are, they'll be right across the top. So frustrating waiting for Zwift Power, because you want to do a bit of post race like this. But what we will say is 4 watts per kilo for 19 minutes. Not a record for me, but recently, happy with that. As soon as it pulls through, it will show me how many points I've gained or lost. So look, last time I won was back on the 20th of May, but let's be honest, look at the power on that. 281 watts, 3.7 watts per kilo for the race time. Does it show you? I have to go into the race, won't I? So that was the last time I won a race, but power on that was pretty abysmal. So 29 minutes, so alright, it was another 10 minutes of racing, but yeah, not impressive, just pretty good for me. I'm going to go back to late last year in October. That was the last time I won something legitimately. The Zwift Crit Racing Club, the Bell Lap, 4.3 watts per kilo. I think that's probably my last legit win where I won on power and racecrafts. And that was a race that went on for 28 minutes, so another 9 minutes more and more power, although I was some 5 kilos lighter back then. So we'll see how we get on. I've got another race win before that, back on the 25th of September. And then a good patch of form last summer as well. Win. Second podium. Got a few high placings. Right. Come on, pull through, Zwift Power. Show me how we did. I don't want to have to jump onto Zwift, but I probably will. Let's just do that, shall we? Oh, actually, I can just go back up here, can't I? I always forget that on Zwift Power, you just go over to the Strava. Oh, this is Strava profile. No. Someone will tell me how to do it, I know. But somewhere here you can say, like, show Zwift or Zwift profile. Just do a little refresh. Never mind, I am blabbering now. Point is, win's a win. And I will gladly take that and put that little virtual trophy on my virtual trophy cabinet, so to speak. Oh, really pleased. So, quick recap. Terrible start. Appalling. Couldn't find my heart rate monitor. Couldn't find my chest strap. Dropped beta alanine. Didn't have one of my fans on. Didn't really get a warm up. I don't think that's good advice for any aspiring Zwift cyclists out there, but it worked for me today. First couple of laps were probably quite soft. I mean, it was something of a frenetic start, not too hectic, but it was okay. Settled down quite quickly. The middle of the race was very tame. Really very tame. Managed to keep my heart rate relatively low, recover, and then when the racing got tough, stayed in the pack, tried not to pull on the front. Only really put down power in earnest on those climbs. Just tried to mark any breakaways. I think I did 1 or maybe 2 chases. I was going to save my aero power up that I got on the second to last lap. I had to use it to chase back on, thinking that okay, that might not mean that I'm there in the final sprint, because if someone else has got an aero power up, it's worth a second or 2, sometimes 3 if they really use it wisely. But I was very fortunate to get a second aero power up for the final lap that I could use in the last sprint, and use it I did. Caught back on. I think it's 700 or 800 meters to go. I could have pressed on the pedals, but I know from previous experience that if you go too early and then you plateau and you're grinding out 600 or 700 watts, which isn't a lot for a sprint. You know, you want to be up at 900 or 1000, maybe 1100 in Cat B. Basically, you'll run out of the aero power before you hit the finish line, and then someone else who uses the aero power more wisely will zoom past you and just pips you to the post. So I went at, I think it was 350, 400 meters. Did a good push for sort of 50 odd meters for 2-3 seconds. Then used the aero power up, hoping that it would see me over the finish line. I honestly can't remember whether I was still powering up, using the power up as I went over the finish, or whether I was running entirely on my own steam just as I got over the line. But either or, doesn't really matter. I got the win, did well, happy with that. Blimey, S Hunt is still going around the track with some power through the legs there. Should have saved that for the race. Mr. Hunt. In fact, let's give him a little ride on, shall we? Good job, man. Look at him go. Good job. Anyway, really pleased. Really pleased. It's been a month. I mean, I have had a win recently, but again, I'm not going to claim that as a legit win. Probably because, as I always say on Zwift Power, you might get second or third place in the Zwift race on that Zwift leaderboard at the end, and then the other two riders in front of you, or the other rider in front of you, might not be Zwift Power registered. So I don't get a podium on Zwift Power, but this race, regardless of what you consider to be your source of truth, whether it's Zwift Power or Zwift here, I was first on both accounts, so very, very pleased with that. It might seem like I'm over-celebrating a Cat B win, but for me, personally, it's been a long time since I've won one like that, where I've been going hard to stay with the front. I haven't doubted myself mentally. Sort of knew, okay, I don't have to panic here because I can get back on with just a good, firm, long pull rather than a sprint or anything too intense. Did that a couple of times without really thinking or feeling they were going to get away. And as soon as I sort of realised, hang on, we've got 500 metres to go, so pretty much where we are right now on the course as I'm soft pedalling around, they look like they're tiring. I can probably go here, and I've got a bit to give, so give I did. I know that wins, when you're in form like I am now, which by the way is not, I'm not peaking, wins aren't commonplace, and I don't expect to win every time now, but it does show me that the work I've been putting in for the last, let's say, 8 weeks or so, although it's mostly been sort of volumetric training and some structured plans here on Zwift, it's given me a foundation on which to build. In the last 2 weeks in particular, where I have been doing several races every week, I've been sort of sharpening up the basic little base I've got. So I'm just really now, I think this probably marks the start of the next 8 to 10 week block, 12 week block maybe, where I'll definitely do a couple of races a week, two races a week for the high end. But what I really now need to do, and I'm well aware of this, it's just a question of whether I've got the discipline to do it, is to do more rides that are several hours long at sort of zone 2 pace with a few efforts in them. So I think this is probably where I need to start using my whiteboard now and my notepads, of which I have dozens up there on the shelf, and writing down a plan for how I want to approach the week for the next 3 or 4 weeks, and then making a note of how I feel it after each session, and then factoring in a rest week, and then of course measuring, which is arguably the most important bit, isn't it? I say and then measuring. What I should be doing is obviously measuring at the start, right? So yeah, let's see what we can do about that. The timing might be ideal, of course. Zwift have just released the grade, pretty much an FTP course. So I think what I'll do is, given that tomorrow evening is a football training evening with the boys, I'm not playing, I'm just coaching, is I'll probably take tomorrow night off and rest and recover. I'm working from home tomorrow, so I can just do some stretches on my lunch break and take it easy. And then Thursday, if the legs have recovered sufficiently, come back and do an FTP test. I mean, I say all that, but the one challenge I've always had, the one problem I've always had, is that discipline to stay off the bike. Because I race and I ride because I love it and I enjoy it. And when you're feeling good, like I am at the moment, even though I know I'm nowhere near where I need to be in terms of power, I'm just loving the feel of being on the bike and, relatively speaking, pushing hard according to what I've got in the legs. So yeah, hopefully I'll have the wherewithal tomorrow to stay away from the bike, because it's what's probably good for me. Anyway, I have been waffling and waffling and waffling. I'm surprised if anyone is still watching at this point. But it's good for me. It's a good, talking myself through it. Anyway, before I go, a bit of admin. Please, do jump over to Instagram. Follow me at that Berkshire Cyclist. Over that side, you'll see the like and subscribe buttons here for YouTube. Please do subscribe to the channel. I would love to be able to grow this channel and have more people watching these live streams regularly. In the far corner over there in the bottom, I guess you're all right. Coalition Racing, that's who I race for. That's the jersey that my rider there on screen is wearing. Please don't give them a Google and follow them on Instagram and whatnot as well. And up the top there, Just Ride, that is my clothing brand. My little merch store is online. Has been for months now. Launched it last year, in fact. And sold a few items here and there, but I would love it if season 2, which is coming out very, very soon, really goes to market with a bang. To go and buy what's in the store at the moment, but please do keep an eye out for what's about to drop in July for Just Ride season 2. Cheers, folks, for stopping by. Peace. Good vibes.